I think ever since you've come into office, things are really looking up. You know, gas is up, rent is up, food is up, everything. No, it really has been a tough first year for you, Mr. President. Gas is up, gas is up, gas is up, everything. Rent is up, everything, everything, everything. Gas is up, rent is up, food is up, gas is up, rent is up, food is up, everything.
Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, folks. We're all familiar with the Matrix, this computer-generated simulation of reality. What is it that we're actually living in? It almost feels like some kind of bizarre matrix. Only it's not computer generated, it's media generated, it's politically generated, it's economically generated, and we're supposed to just fall for it. We're supposed to buy it, we're supposed to believe it, we're supposed to believe in it. Well, there's some signs out there, folks. It's not just about preppers and patriots. There's signs that everyone is starting to wake up. Now, Michael Snyder did an article in the mostimportantnews.com and said, hey, Matrix is kind of crumbling. Now, what I'm going to tell you is the Matrix wants war, folks. It needs war. Why? Because it's a means of control, right? If we start uncovering, right, discovering that what they're saying are lies, then they need to forget those and create new lies, new worries, new mischief, new SHTF. So let's kind of look at the 10 signs that people are waking up. And this has happened in the past, folks, right? It happened at the Magna Carta. It happened in Scotland. It's happened all around the world, especially the United States of America being born from the American colonies when they woke up from the Matrix and said, we don't got to take this shit. So, according to a recent Gallup survey, only 16% of adults have a great deal or a lot of confidence in the mainstream media, folks. 16%. That's 1 in 6 thinks the media is doing a great job. And only 1 in 10 have confidence, folks, in television news. The mainstream media, newspapers and television are toast. That means their ability to use media to influence us, nil. Right? What did I say? Well, politicians, economics. Okay, well, so let's continue. Right? Article after article, video after video. The internet is full of exposing the World Economic Forum. It's a very helpful sign, folks, when people look past the sparkling lights and the glittering lies and the distractions, and they see where the problem is coming from. That is fantastic for you and me. It's fantastic for the world, right? Now, another big one that's happened lately, saying that people are waking up, right, in the Netherlands, right? The government plan to cut fertilizer use and reduce livestock, right? Well, that's going to force farmers out of business and cut agricultural production, which is food. And this plan is so obviously evil, so corrupt to its core, right? That huge protests have happened, interrupting daily lives and commerce, and it's being heavily supported by the people of the Netherlands and around the world and being joined by other countries. Unbelievable good news. Now, just recently, right, a British man, a British veteran, was told, quote, someone has been caused anxiety based on your social media post, and that's why you're being arrested. So asinine, so ridiculous, so out of proportion that people are just taken aback, right? The huge backlash against this, right? Viewed 2 million times, talked about around the world. People are waking up and realizing the Matrix is real. Who is causing it? What they're doing. Now, 66% of Americans say that we folks are either in a recession or a depression, folks. Americans, 2 out of 3 say we're already there. What's fascinating to me is that they're using the word depression also. Americans are saying recession, that feels like a depression. When we are oppressed, then economics are depressed. That's a fact. Governments that oppress their people cause economic squalor to happen. And 2 out of 3 people know it and recognize it and are willing to admit it. Right? Now, once again, we talked about the media failing and politics failing. 36% of people support Joe Biden. I don't even believe it's that high. I don't think 1 in 3 support him, but that's how low his numbers are. That's how bad he is. Now, that's just his general approval rating, right? His economic approval rating is at 30%, folks. 70% rejection. Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing, and he's causing pain, damage, and suffering. Right? CNN, right? The most trusted name in news. No, hardly. But still, CNN has 75% of Democrat and Democrat-leaning voters. They want the party to nominate someone other than Biden for 2024. I say they need to get a Beto and AOC ticket and let those 2 morons get out there and really impress America and show us more of what the masters want their puppets to say. It's incredible, folks, right? According to a Pew Research survey, only 24% of adults in the United States are satisfied. I don't even think it's that high, folks. I mean, if you're satisfied with where things are at, then you're making all the money you need. The inflation isn't affecting you greatly, right? So 1 in 4 Americans is doing really well. Well, that leaves 75% getting screwed over. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Right? Now, we've talked about the media. We've talked about politicians and politics. And then I want to finish up the Matrix wants war. The military-industrial complex and woke corporations are in a war with us, and they want a war out in the bigger, wider world. I believe that they do. They're in a war with us, folks. Right? Folks, you need to be silent and shut up. That's why we need to speak up, speak louder, wider, further, and really exercise our freedom of speech. They're shouting us down saying, be silent or we'll ruin you. We'll take your bank account and close it. We'll get you fired from your job. And people are cowering to that, but they're waking up and realizing the Matrix wants a war. Well, let's give it to them. Right? Well, Biden and the military-industrial complex just sold billions of dollars, folks. What is it, $4 or $5 billion in weapons to the Saudis? Oh, they're making big money, folks. They're having a good old time getting ready to promote and fund and supply a big war. They got it started in Ukraine. They're looking at Taiwan and China. Yeah, let's give some missiles to the Saudis. Unbelievable what's going on. But it's believable now, folks. Believe it because it's real. It's started. It's begun, and they're not going to quit. And we have every right and reason to fight back because it's our lives. I sat back after last night's video and said, John, what does your life look like? As an outside person looking at your life, how you've lived it as a child, teenager, young adult, to where you are today. How would someone view the successes and failures? What would they see? Right? They would see someone who struggles through life, just like you. with all of the handicaps that have been placed on us by government, businesses, social constraints. We need that gone so we can be free. Folks, that's what the Matrix does. It binds its rules to us. You're not a free people if you have to behave as they demand. You're not a free people if there are rules and obstacles placed in front of you to control you, and you just see them as obstacles that you have to turn left and turn right and go straight and slow down and speed up according to their rules instead of your own. Folks, SHTF is more than just some rules and some companies and some governments. It's about controlling your mind, defeating your efforts, enslaving us. To live free is the greatest thing on the planet. In all of humanity, only in the last couple hundred years have humans truly been able to live freely, or as freely as possible. I want to see that maintained and continue. I hope you do too, and I hope you step up. Write, email, text, send every communication you can to your elected politicians. Send communications to corporations, to the media, and tell them enough of your shit. That's why I'm pushing people on YouTube. And of course, I want you to come to the thepreparedmind.club and sign up. It's only $2 to get on the premium site, the premium side of the site, so you can watch live videos every day. Right? I need you there to support us so I can continue to go after them as well. Let me be your voice to fight the Matrix. But I also want you to join that fight as well. I really do. The more of us that are all over this, the better. The more we fight back, the more they realize, right? They've woken a sleeping giant, right? The giant that loves freedom. It's our world, folks. We need to take it back. Prep to action. Get prepared. Take action, right? They want war. Well, they're giving it to us whether we want it or not. So we may as well join the fight and the side that we want to be on, the side of liberty and freedom. Godspeed to you. God bless America. Semper Fi.